As a reminder, it's going to be a best of 5 TvP between MindelVK and Nicoract. We will be crowning this week's Sparkling Tuna. The Sparkling Tuna. Let's go. Who's it going to be? So jumping into site, Delta. And here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Site Delta, we have our red Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes. Oh, the last Terran in the tournament. It is Nicoract. The Terran representative, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Blue Protoss player representing Storm Gaming. He just took down Geralt to make it to the grand finals. He took down the heavy favorites. Now he himself is a favorite? Maybe. It is MindelVK. Let's go to hear the chat predictions. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will be this week's champion. Will it be Nicoract or MindelVK, as we are opening up with a proxy. Okay, let's go. Now it's only one Rax. It's only the one SCV moving out across the map, so it's not going to be the most committed of proxies. I imagine it's going to be Proxy Reaper with a bunker on the low ground to deny mining and to wreak some havoc. So it's just a cheeky way to open up, and we should be transitioning back at home. So an aggressive start here by Nicoract. MindelVK moving out with the Probe Scouts. And we'll see if MindelVK can minimize losses and keep up with the Terran. Let's go. Let us go. As the probe is moving out. There it is that Reaper. SCV's dipping in as well. Again, the goal here should be to get behind the mineral line and go for the bunker. We'll see if MindelVK does spot this. We'll see if he can deter this as well. SCV does arrive. We're going for the mineral line. We're going for the bunker. Yeah, the bunker is placed, and the Reaper is on the way. Do you have a pylon being thrown down? Zelda is being prioritized here by MindelVK. It's coming. Zelda's on the way. We send down a second probe to focus on the SCV. And so far, the SCV is taking a bit of damage, taking a couple of hits. The Reaper has arrived. The bunker is almost done. Oh my god, barely getting over to the other side. Oh, the SCV! Oh, is going to go down. Massive pickoff. We deny the SCV. We deny the bunker. MindelVK is holding, but he will lose a probe. One probe goes. Oh, he wants a second. Oh, he wants it. He gets it. Second probe does fall as well. But it looks like the Reaper is not going to be shot down. Very clutch KDA charge there by Nicoract. He will get away. Back at home, factory is being thrown down, and we are expanding. Again, this was not an all-in. This is just an aggressive start for the Terran to just wreak havoc and to try to get some economic damage. I mean, hey, he gets 2 probes. Not bad. 2 probes go down. Nicoract still being active, and back at home is getting into his 1-1-1. Okay. With this, we can work towards drop play. We can head into a Banshee-based opener as well. Nicoract has options. Nicoract does have options. Meanwhile, when it comes to our openers of choice, when it comes to our tech, it's going to be a Twilight Council from MindelVK. Should be for Blink. It's going to be a Blink-based opener here from our Blue Protoss player. We'll see how hard we commit, how many gateways get thrown down. It could be 2-gate Blink, 3 gates, or even 4 gateways. Each form more aggressive than the other. Instead, the shield battery is not done. Uh-oh. Shield battery is not done. We get the lock-up. We get 1 Stalker kill. But we shouldn't get the other. So not a bad trade. That was basically trading out 2 Reapers for 1 Stalker. Reapers, they lose value over time. So we do want to get rid of them as best as possible. As efficiently as possible. So Nicoract, he's pulling back. And we spoke about what the opener could be with that 1-1-1. And it is going to be the Banshee opener here. The Banshee follow-up from Nicoract. Now, Banshees, they have been quite trendy this year. I say this year, the past 6 months. 6 to 5, around 5 to 6 months. This has been quite trendy. Basically, post-Katowice. Post-IM Katowice. These Hook Banshee builds in this match have been very trendy. And we're getting ready for a Banshee tank push. MindelVK hopefully has detection. The Robo's on the way. Ooh, but Mindel's expanding. I'm gonna be getting concerned here. We are expanding, we are taking the third base. It is gonna be a greedy build here out of MindelVK, going for 2-gate blink into a third. This means that Nicoract, this move out is gonna hit like a truck. We're gonna have a lot of tanks, we're gonna have a lot of banshees, we're gonna have a lot of marines, a lot of firepower in this push. And the goal is to break down the third and maybe even end the game. So Nicoract is building up. First Banshee's moving out. Cloak is done in 10 seconds. And the main base, thankfully, has a shield battery. Yeah, we have a shield battery in both mineral lines. This has been the adaptation of the of the meta of TvP. Because Banshees are so common, we have shield batteries ready. One probe still does go down. Just the one. Now, what's important here is that the Banshee survives, and it isn't just about getting economic damage. The Banshee can join the main army as well and can add quite a bit of DPS to this move out. As the second Banshee has arrived, going to be coming together. And they can hit the third. Oh, you can hear the... Let's go. The fins? The rotors? You know what I mean. The propellers, that's it. I was like, I knew there's a word. You can hear the propellers going as we do get 4 probe kills already. We deny the shield battery. Yeah, Observer's having a hard time keeping up. No detection yet. The Observer's at the natural. Oh! And we can focus on one of those Banshees. But alas, it will survive. Ooh, it will not survive. Yeah, the Banshee goes down. We get 1. We're going to get 2. Big overextension by Nicoract. Again, he did a good amount of damage initially, getting 4 probe kills, but losing both Banshees was not worth it. And now here comes the move out. So we could have had 1 or 2 Banshees with this. Regardless, it's still going to hit quite hard. Stim is done. We have 3 tanks. We have 2 medevacs even. MindelVK will run into the army. Does confirm. He has to slow this down. Ooh, please out a Stalker. Not the best trade. 1 Stalker does fall. We have a Colossus lying in wait. We have an overcharge as well. But the goal is to try to wedge ourselves in between the natural and the third and to force the Colossus out of range of the shield battery. Boys are not being pulled, but still a massive army here for Nicoract. He's going in. The tank siege. Big tank bully's going up. The Colossus is exposed. We get 1. We get 1 Colossus kill already. We have 1 left. Yeah, massive pick off here for Nicoract. 1 Colossus does remain, and we're going for the Colossus. We focus it down. We will survive. Will barely survive. Oh, the Stalkers. This is no man's land. We cannot cross this. Not with 4 tanks. As reinforcements are arriving. We do need to slowly push forward with those tanks, but instead we just go straight for the natural. Yeah, keep dragging the army out of position. Well, the Zealots 2 tanks some Colossus shots. 1 tank goes down. We're going for the dive, but we cannot dive in. MindelVK is holding. MindelVK is barely holding on, but here we go. The tanks are slowly advancing. Getting within range. Charge is done. Oh, the tentacles are so exposed. Once again, we lose another, and it's just too much. GG gets called, and Nicoract will take game number 1. GG. Nicoract will take the first game. And again, just a really powerful start for Nicoract. He was in the driver's seat for almost the entire time. Did bleed out those Banshees a little bit early, a little bit prematurely. But outside of that, his move out and his overall playstyle was just solid. MindelVK was again being a little bit too greedy. That's why he was lacking an army, is because he did prioritize his third base. And unfortunately, his first Colossus got caught out as well. Just a really rough start of the defense there from MindelVK. And Nicoract was very quick to punish. Very quick to punish. And now we're getting ready for game number 2. Jumping into the second game. And we're going to be loading into Oceanborn. Let's go. Alright, loading in. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our red Terran player who does have a lead in the series 1-0. Bearing in mind, this is a best of 5, not a best of 3, so plenty more games ahead of us. Plenty more games to come. Representing the Platinum Heroes, it is Nicoract. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player representing Psystorm Gaming down in the series, but and I want to believe we can fight back. I want to believe we can have a back and forth. It is MindelVK. Here we go. We are going to be settling in. This time, Nicoract throwing down his racks back at home. It's not going to be proxied across the map. This time, we're calming down. After a very intense start to the series, we will be going for a much more standard opener. Probe Scout moving out, and Mindel will confirm that everything is on the up and up. That everything is looking as it should. At least that is the hope. It's going to be the hope, as we do see Nicoract looking to expand. So it is going to be an economic opener here. Single gas geyser for Nicoract going for the rack to expand on the low ground. So we're calming things down quite a bit. Quite a bit here. Meanwhile, you see MindelVK likewise gate expand. Oh, sorry, gate Cybercore into the Nexus. Standard opener out of MindelVK. Now, because of Nicoract's more economic start, this does mean that we will most likely be embracing the mid-game here. We can ease our way in. MindelVK shouldn't have too much issue expanding and taking a third and holding onto it. But we'll see where Nicoract takes us, as that is a second Rax. Uh-oh. That is not just a second Rax. Show us the third Rax. Show us the third Rax, Pappy. It's going to be thrown down. Huh. And there it is. It's going to be a 3 Rax follow-up. So, economic start, true, going for the Rax expand, followed by 3 Raxes. This is going to be a stim timing. This is going to be a massive bio ball, a bio push here with Marines, with maybe some Marauders as well, and more importantly, with stim. Now, typically, this does move out across the map without medevacs. This is before the factory, before the starport, just a mass amount of Marine Marauder moving out across the map, and it can catch MindelVK off guard if he's too greedy. If he cuts too many corners, and if he doesn't scout, then the game could just end. What I'm referring to with a blink-based opener, which is what we're going for the Twilight Council, we do need to be active, and we need to get a read on what's going on, and scout the move out. We need to confirm when Nicoract moves out across the map, and chip away at the army, and ideally force a stim. Ideally force a stim out of Nicoract. We'll see if we can. Ooh, this is a different variation, though. We're rushing into +1 attack. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, +1 attack on the way. Adept tries to shade in. Adept is denied. Is denied the scout. And back at home, it looks like it's going to be, once again, a 2-gate blink opener from MindelVK into a third. This is ideal for Nicoract. Oh, never mind. That is a third gateway. Okay, 3-gate blink. Much safer play out of MindelVK. Much safer. Basically, what's happening is MindelVK, he's delaying his expansion in favor of extra Stalkers. So extra Stalkers are on the way for Mindel. Mindel hasn't scouted. He doesn't really know what's going on, but he's playing safe nonetheless, which I appreciate. Shuts down the Reaper. From here, this is where we should be expanding. There we go. Nexus is now on the horizon. But this is merely the first step. Scan reveals that it is going to be Blink, not a Stargate opener. The Blink is on the way. Third base now being taken. Now, sure, we have extra Stalkers, that is true, but we need to be active. We need to move out across the map and slow down the push. As Nicoract is building up. Again, that's a heavy Marauder-based army. The reason why we're making so many Marauders is because Nicoract is aware of the Blink Stalkers. If it was Phoenixes, if it was a Stargate opener, we'd have less Marauders and more Marines. But here against Blink Stalkers, Marauders, they shut them down. And we're moving out. We have +1, we have Stim, we have Combat Shields, all finishing up. And we catch out the Stalkers! Here we get one. Big pickoff. One Stalker goes down. Ooh, we do go for the stim. We get a second Stalker. Can we get a third? Ooh, barely not. But that was a big stim from Nicoract. Was it worth it? Remember, he has no medevacs. He has no sustain. Every stim does hurt him. Does kill him. He's going for the Nexus. He's going for the third base. Gets a Stalker. And will get the expansion. Does force a cancel. So far, so good. Alas, he won't be able to keep pushing. He won't be able to break the natural. From here, Nicoract backs off. And Nicoract should be expanding. Starport is on the way. That's going to be for medevac production. We have the reactor on the factory. That's going to be for the add-on swap to get into reactor and medevacs. Oh. As Nicoract does hold his own. So just really careful, really patient play out of Nicoract, as he's only lost 3 Marines. A lesser player may have just tried to break the natural then and there, but Nicoract, he's playing it out, again, just a little bit safer. A little bit more methodical out of our Terran player. Doesn't want to throw away his lead. I don't blame him. And he will pull away. There's that third command center, so it's not going to be a 2-base all-in. We have seen, like, follow-ups here where we pull the boys and we just go all-in. I wouldn't be opposed to that. You can see here that we still have our first Colossus just now popping out, so pulling the boys could be quite effective, but as we can see, Nicoract is expanding. He's not going to risk it. He's not going to risk it with an all-in. He is taking a third. And the other scary thing about this kind of game state is that Nicoract, he preserved so many of his units that even though he's not all in, he can get damage done once again. This is a terrifying army. He's got Stim, Combat Shields, Concussive Shell. He's got 1/1 upgrades. And if MindelVK is not paying attention, we can dive on top of that Colossus. Oh. Nicoract, he does spot it. He stims in! He wants it. He wants a Colossus and he is not going to get it. But he does get the sentries. Sentries go down. Colossus as well. The overcharge does nothing, and it looks like that it's going to be here. Here and now. The game may just end. We have another stim. The Colossus is being targeted, and it will barely survive. But already so much damage. He goes for another stim. He wants it, and he's going to get it. Oh my god, one more shot. Oh, he gets it. The final Colossus does fall. It does cost us a lot of supply, but that was so worth it. That was 2 Colossus. That was most of the main army. Reinforcements being sent across the map. The backbone of MindelVK has been broken. And now we're going for the third. Do we have charge? We do. Thankfully, we have charge lots. We can buy some time. But Nicoract, he knows he is so close to just ending the game. So close to breaking MindelVK. Catching more Stalkers. Another Colossus has arrived. We have to respect it. We have to back up. Nice spread here from Nicoract. Oh, taking down even more Stalkers. These are brutal trades. At least Mindel holds on to his third, but Nicoract, he has a third of his own. Nicoract does have an economic lead. Typically, you'd want the Protoss player to be upper base compared to the Terran, just because of mules. But alas, the 4th base is so late for MindelVK. Nicoract has a massive economic lead, and he's going to keep pushing. Shuts down the pylon. Scans, gets an eye on the army, sees 2 Colossus, and doesn't want to tango with that. But honestly, we can just expand. We can just take a 4th base, tech up. Nicoract has a lot of freedom. And he's getting into Viking production. Ghost Academy's on the way for Ghosts as well. And can MindelVK hold on to that 4th? That's the question. Now, the scary thing here, if Nicoract knocks down the 4th base, is that MindelVK can't really fight to save it. If he does, he's going to be out of range of the overcharge. He's going to be out of range of the shield battery. Yeah, we have to cancel. There's no saving the space. There's no expanding at all for MindelVK. He is stuck and contained on 3 bases. A cheeky Zealot run by. We'll get some SCVs, not bad. And that does force a big reaction out of Nicoract. He brings everything back home. Shuts down the Zealots. That does give an opening for MindelVK to expand and take a 4th base. Does go for the Nexus. But it's still a very late 4th. Meanwhile, in the main base, 2nd robo. Oh, never mind. I was going to say 2nd robo on the way, and it is on the way. Just making sure we don't disrupt the SimCity here. The party. We're getting into disruptors. Now, even though Nicoract is miles ahead, like you can see here in the supply, the soup here, this time it doesn't lie. Like Nicoract, he's almost maxed. Despite that, give us 2 or 3 Novas, 2 or 3 juicy connections, and MindelVK can survive and can bring it back. But that's the only chance. That is the only way back in this game, is with some good Novas. Oh, but there's so many Vikings. God, that's 10 Vikings for Nicoract. Ay, ay, ay. The Concave in favor of the Terran, and we're going for the Colossus. And there's really not much to stop Nicoract. Going for the 4th instead. Forcing a cancel. Disruptor has arrived, Nova goes off. Forces a stim. At the same time, Zellaraba runs into reinforcements. Nicoract was in position. Nicoract is maxed out. Again, we need just the perfect Novas. Can we pull it off? Yeah, massive EMP. Colossus are going down one after the other. The Vikings, they reign supreme in the sky, and there's just not enough on the ground. The one disruptor was not good enough. GG gets called, and Nicoract takes a 2-0 lead. GG. GG, well played. Nicoract will take a lead and is 1 game away from becoming our champion. We are 1 game away. Before Nicoract is sparkling. Let's go. MindelVK, the pressure's on. The pressure is on again. Nicoract has been so aggressive, so assertive this entire series, game after game after game. In different ways, to be fair. And Mindel's just been struggling here to keep up with the aggressive nature of Nicoract. Has been struggling. And we'll see if he can bring it back. I want to believe we can have a back and forth and get a game 4, maybe even a game 5. We'll see. We shall see. Hey, you can hear the beeps. We're loading into game 3, potentially the final game of the tournament. I hope it isn't, but things are looking bleak now for Mindel, for our Protoss player. We'll see if he can bring it back. See if he can bring it back. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amphion, we have our red Terran player. He has been on fire here this tournament, not just this series, but even earlier against Eva. Even earlier than that, I mean, throughout the entire event, has yet to drop a map, has yet to drop anything here. He's all over the place. I mean, he's been dropping on his opponents. It is, for the Platinum Heroes, Nicoract. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player. He had an amazing run making it this far. He was able to bring down Geralt. Geralt was the favored player, even over Nicoract, but MindelVK said no in the PvP. But here in the finals, he's struggling. He needs your help. He needs your support in the chat to bring it all the way back for Psystorm Gaming. It is MindelVK. Here we go. We're going for a proxy. It's time to turn the tables. We've had enough defending. It's time to offend. Let's go. It's time to be the offender here as we have the pylon being set up and we have soon-to-be gateways on the way. Meanwhile, back at home, Nicoract going for a double gas opener. Bear that in mind. For the first time this series, double gas into a faster factory, into a delayed CC on the low ground. So a bit of a more tech-heavy, aggressive start out of Nicoract. This can lead into Reaper Hellion, can lead into Widowmine drops, into Cyclone drops as well. We have options. We do have options. Go. As there's that gateway on the way, it's going to be one gate at home and one gateway across the map. It looks like we are waiting for the Cyber Core. Usually we would go for a Zealot first, followed by an Adept, but here it's going to be a bit of a different variation from MindelVK. Likewise, Nicoract does not SCV Scout. No SCV Scout here out of Nicoract. Stalkers are on the way. They're being chronoed as we speak. Nicoract going to be relying upon his Reaper Scouts. Moving out across the map. Dipping into the main. Does dip in. Is going to get a probe kill. Not bad. We get one worker so far. And we avoid that Stalker. Reaper backs up. We have a Stalker across the map. Another Stalker soon to be on the way. And we'll see if we can actually get some damage done here. We're trying to knock down that front door. SCVs are being pulled. They can be targeted as well. Oh, so far so good. We pull away the weakened SCVs. And we're just buying time for the Marines and for the Cyclone. Yeah, Widowmine's in position. We even call down supply in the face of Mindel. No fear. He's like, man, you're not going to kill this depot. It's not going to happen. Get out of here. Meanwhile, the base is now being taken, a very delayed expansion for MindelVK. Reaper dips in, disrupting the mining, not really getting much done. But yeah, we're not committing too hard. I mean, we're up to 4 Stalkers. Probe has arrived. And we're here to bait out that mine shot. Do we unburrow? Oh! Ooh, we did not unburrow in time. Widowmine is going to be focused down. Yeah, Widowmine does fall. But we get the lock on, and oh, we do not get the Stalker, just barely. Remember, Blink is not done. But we get another lock on. Boys are being pulled. The Stalkers are getting very low. We have to get the hell out of here. Mindel will back off. At the same time, Reaper dips back in. Disrupting more mining. Like, that was okay damage out of MindelVK, but still not ideal. Still did one more. As now Nicoract can expand. He's getting into his factory, getting into his Viking. Will be able to break out. And Middel's base is just now finishing up. Aye, aye, aye. Interesting mining. Very interesting. I guess as efficient as possible on one base. Yo, we're going for some Viking harass. Nicoract should soon be expanding. Maybe waiting for the mule to run out. Not wasting any resources. Viking dips in. You can see MindelVK in position to delay the expansion for as long as possible. We do get 2 probe kills. 3 probe kills, not bad. 4 probe kills even. Can we get 5? Not quite. 4 probes, not bad. Yeah, here we go. Now it's time to expand. It's time to break out. But can we? Remember, we don't have stim. That's a lot of Stalkers. Stalkers are spotted. Boys are being pulled. And we will be able to force this back. Okay, the tank is on the way, and we're trying to take control of the high ground. We do get 1 Stalker kill for 3 SCVs. And we will defend. Ooh, we punish the Stalkers as well. GG gets called. We bleed out too many Stalkers, and MindelVK, he will tap out. Just not enough damage with the initial build. Likewise, didn't take any economic advantage either. GG, Nicoract will be this week's Sparkling Tuna Cup champion. GG, well played. Again, MindelVK, he delayed his base for so long. He committed quite hard to the proxy, but he did not do enough damage. He also lost so many Stalkers there towards the end, just bleeding out too much, which would mean that we're vulnerable to a counterattack. So MindelVK just, yeah, he didn't get the lead that he was hoping for, and just like that, GG. Congratulations. Congratulations here to Nicoract for claiming... Is this his first win? I'm going to have to double check, actually. Let's find out. GG, well played. Let's find out here. Quickly checking the Wikipedia page. Nicoract, has he won a tournament before? A Sparkling Tuna Cup, I mean. I know he's made it to the finals. Quickly checking. Okay. So Nicoract, he has 2 wins. He has 2 Sparkling Tuna Cups under his belt. He has 1 in 2022 and he has won in 2023. This is his first win of 2024. Fun fact. Okay, this is it. This is a fun fact. This is interesting. Let's switch our scenes over here. This is a historic moment. Historic moment here. This is a historic moment. I just let him know. This isn't just Nicoract's first win of Sparkling Tuna Cup this year. This is the first win of Terran. Oh my god, he's crazy, Pop. He's crazy. Let's go. Give me a moment to set up. And we can all have a look together here. Bam. Okay, 2024. Just clearing up this frame and clearing up the bracket here. Okay, from the top. There's a reason why we call this the Sparkling Protoss Cup, because it's dominated by Protoss. You know, here this year we have Art, we have Geralt, we have Nice, Geralt, we have Christiana for a lot of weeks, we have Nightmare. We had our first Zerg win a couple of weeks ago at the beginning of June. We had Young Yakov. Young Yakov was our first Zerg champion, and followed by back to Protoss, obviously. We had a Zerg champion 2 weeks ago in 58. And here in 61, we'll have to double check last week's winner. What was last week's winner? Art, yeah, Art. This does have to be updated. But yeah, no Terrans. We've had 2 Zerg players, Young Yakov and Nikic, become champions. And Nicoract, he's our first Terran champion of 2024. GG. Congratulations, Nicoract. Is this a sign? Is this a sign of things to come? You know, EWC, it's coming up. The Esports World Cup, it's on the horizon. Is this a bit of a tell of how Terran will perform? Or is this, you know, just because everyone's focusing on, you know, the other big events? And we're missing some of our regulars here as well. Like, there's no Nightmare this week. There's no Christiana this week. Geralt went down in the PvP. But regardless, big win there for Nicoract. Congratulations. Congratulations for winning his first STC of the year. And yeah, really well done. Really well done. With that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. It was a bit of a shorter broadcast today. A little bit shorter, only 3 hours. If we had WTL, we could just jump right in. But there is no World Team League this week. There is no World Team League. We do have a bit of a break. World Team League is coming back after Esports World Cup. It's going to be coming back in a couple of weeks with the playoffs of the World Team League. Oh boy. Quickly checking here. Yeah, WTL doesn't come back until the 30th, the end of the month. End of the month is going to be WTL. Likewise, this week is going to be a little bit lighter when it comes to broadcasts, kind of. So tomorrow we're going to be coming back with ESL Open Cup Asia. So we have ESL Asia tomorrow. We have ESL Americas the day after. We have OC King of the Hill. Right after the evening of the 13th. So Tuesday we have 2 casts. Monday we have 1. And on Wednesday, we have Code for Giants Cup. So, yeah, we do have regular broadcasting schedule up ahead of us. But Wednesday for Code for Giants Cup, that's going to be kind of the last cast we have for a week because of Esports World Cup. We don't want to clash. We're going to be holding off on Sparkling Tuna Cup next week because of EWC. We don't want to clash with the Esports World Cup. We want everyone to focus on it. We want everyone to watch, to tune in, and to have a good time. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the Esports World Cup that's on the horizon. Likewise, I did promise the Pondcast last week. I apologize, we weren't able to get everything ready for the Pondcast. And our schedule is really tight before EWC. I did want to have a Pondcast leading into the Esports World Cup. We might be able to pull that off on Wednesday. It's a big maybe. We might be able to do it on Wednesday before EWC. We'll do our best. If we're ready for it, then we'll host a bit of a show, a bit of a talk show before the Esports World Cup as a bit of a pre-show to, you know, to go over all the matches, to go over the players, to go over our expectations of the event and what's to come and who to keep an eye on. We'll have a bit of a talk show before Esports World Cup, and then we'll be on a bit of a break here, at least on this channel. I'll be live on my personal channel. I'll be streaming over on light_VIP. I'm going to be laddering. I'll do my best to ladder. Yeah. Did my best to ladder into stream. My internet has been very unstable as of late. So thankfully, it didn't drop here during this cast, but it has been very unstable. So because of that, my streams have been very smudged. I've been very sad. It's like, oh, I just want to play some StarCraft, and I can't. It feels bad, man. But I'm going to call up my ISP tomorrow, and hopefully the issues can be resolved. Hopefully. Just because of how unstable my internet has been. But yeah, with that, our next cast is tomorrow, ESL Open Cup Asia, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be in less than 24 hours. Otherwise, we're done. Otherwise, we are wrapping up here for the night. Going to be wrapping up, just catching up in the chat. When did Nicoract pop off? He's a different breed, Pop. Yes, Nicoract. I mean, Nicoract, he has been popping off. He's been improving a lot. He just needs to bring his A game, you know, on the day, and he can look amazing. Like Nicoract, he's a terrifying player. Terrifying. Yeah. But yeah, with that, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support. We'll see you guys tomorrow for ESL Open Cup Asia, and of course the rest of the broadcasts as well. Make sure you mark your calendars for events like Esports World Cup, and stay tuned for the potential podcast, for the potential kind of like pre-show for EWC, going over all the matches. We'll try and get it going. We'll try and get it ready. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. We'll find someone to raid who's live at the moment. I know MindelVK is streaming his POV. He's streaming his POV, so we could raid MindelVK. There's also Thriving GG. It looks like Gemini. Sorry, Gemini is actually casting another event. He's covering the All Things Protoss League, the All Things Protoss Star League, so Team League even. So yeah, we'll give him some love. You know, Gemini is a great guy. He does give us support whenever he can as well, so we'll give some love over to Gemini. So give him a chance, give him some support. It's going to be a fun event. He's casting something a little bit more meme-worthy. It's basically non-stop PvP. So if you enjoy PvP, then Gemini is the place to be. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, thanks for watching. Alright, if you want to support the event, Patreon. Patreon is the place to do it. Again, the entire Sparkling Tuna Cup is funded via Patreon, and you can help grow it via Patreon as well. We have these different tiers, we have these different levels where we can, or stretch goals even, where we can grow the event and boost the prize pool, pay out more players. It's all there. It's all set up on Patreon. If you can help us grow, we would appreciate it. Otherwise, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow with some more StarCraft. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. See you next time. Hasta luego. Ciao, papi. Ciao. Hasta luego.